Well, hello. Sorry for the noise, it's the fan going. And a slurp of tea. Usual beginnings, isn't it? Right, I've got a load of my cover papers on this. I took off the plastic because it was really annoying me, so here's all my cover papers. A nice array. And yeah, loads better already. That crinkly paper that you can't see to peel off for a section or to cut. Oh, it's just driving me spare. I've already done half this painting, you see, so it was just getting on my nerves. And I've also run out of drills. My number 8s. 779. Already run out, so I can't do the outline, and I don't know. I mean, I can't believe that I've used them all, but I've gone through, I've checked through all the bags that are in the back here, in the mesh, and it's not there. So I'm going to have to check. Actually, let's do that now before I get any further, because I do have a feeling, I used to take this painting with me to the craft group, and I do have a feeling I found a bag once and I just put it somewhere, and that, I bet you, is the colour, because I can't believe that it would go that early, you know, that quickly. Oh dear, just got too many piles. Yeah, I'm a bit of a hoarder. And I start things. I've got ADHD, I'm pretty certain of it. I'm still waiting to be diagnosed. I've got to chase that up, actually, because I was told I was on the waiting list, and then that was that. So 779. Oh, it flipping well would be. Box 2. Right. Here we go. 779. Please let there be a packet, and oh, for God's sakes. That ain't gonna get me far, is it? But it's gonna get me a little bit further on. I have to find it, it's around somewhere. It'll be in one of those Myla bags that I have. So it might have got stuffed into a different nope. Put my empty bags on here. Oh, gold. I'm going to do some more. I have to do some more cleaning. Oh. Oh, I nearly dropped them all over me. Fine. Way to go, cat. Right, there we go. Let's get the right lid on that. Hopefully I'll be able to finish off the outline of the cross. I won't be able to do the other side, but well. Right, at the moment I'm doing this one. And do you know what? This painting, oh God, it just seems to be going on and on forever. And it's on, of course it's a whip, because I'm still doing it. And it's just taking forever. I think I started it in November for drills and chills last year, or October it must have been actually, but I never finished it, obviously, and I haven't touched it in a little while. I used to take it to my craft group, took it about 4, 5, 6 times or so, I think, but you know, you don't really get much done because you're too busy talking. Ah, dear. But well, see, I'm trying to remember back to how I used to diamond paint, and I think I used to chase the colour a lot. I did a lot of chasing the colour, but there again, my paintings were a lot smaller at that point. So chasing the colour wasn't an easy peasy thing to do. Yeah. But now it's, oh, I've been getting slightly better sleep at night time, so that's good. 12:30, 1 o'clock-ish. By the way, she says as she yawns, 12:30, 1 o'clock-ish is when I've been sort of going to sleep, which beats 4:30, 5 o'clock. So, but then I did wake up early, and I was then spent my time tossing and turning because I was dreaming, and I can't remember exactly what I was dreaming of, but it was blimmin' weird. I do remember that much. But well, I think I'll be chasing all this colour for a little while, won't I? Well, I had my hospital appointment yesterday and got the all clear from the I nearly said veterinarian, the surgeon. I had it done under local anaesthetic, my ulnar nerve entrapment, a decompression, and it didn't work so much, the numbing stuff, so I did feel quite a bit of it, and he did top it up, but that didn't help. I was numbing the places that I didn't want to be, I didn't need to be numbing, and for the places that I needed to be numb, I wasn't. But I did it, and I was pleased that I wasn't put under, even though I was quite looking forward to being sedated, thinking, oh, I can have a nice little sleep. Oh dear. But yes, so that was good. He didn't address the hand, the arm issue, the forearm issue that I get. I had it before I had the operation, and it's about there. Yeah, around there. It's like a deep aching pain sort of thing. I had it before the operation, so it's got nothing to do with the operation, so I'll have to see how that goes. And I did ask him about it, and he didn't seem, he was only concerned with where the operation, what he did. That's consultants for you. Yep. And so I'll have to make an appointment with the doctor, get it checked out just in case, because they say arm issues can be down to starts of heart attacks, but you know, I don't think so. It's probably just my fibromyalgia. But oh, and I keep saying I'm going to sort out this car. I'm going to sort out this car. I'm going to go up to the car dealership in town, in my town, which is just up the road, and I'm going to book a test drive for the Peugeot 2008. I'm just going to go for that because, and that uses up my full allowance, but it will be a lot easier to get, what's it called, serviced and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, I won't have to think, oh God, you know, new to driving again, because I haven't been on the, you know, haven't been driving for ages, and then I'd have to drive through York and all that kind of thing to get out, and I just thought, no, that's just going to really tire me for the first sort of stint in the car. So I don't know how long it takes to get one through Mobility. But yes, and of course I'll need to have a hoist put in the back, and I think the oh god, Peugeot 2008 will cope with that. And oh my god, the only thing I don't particularly want is the all these bells and whistles. You know, I'm used to old-fashioned driving, you know. I don't know how I'd cope with a car that brakes for you. I was talking with the hospital transport guy about that, because he drove a hybrid, and how it does that, and I'm there going, oh god, that'll really throw me. Because the one thing I have to be in control. Part of my OCD, part of my ADHD, I mean, it's just, I have to be in control. I have to know exactly up front. I can't have, you know, and so it's going to be interesting, to say the least. Oh, no, it won't. Dab it on my trousers. Oh, look, I missed some up there. Two. Yeah. Yeah, so then I can be able to go to Escape, which is Castleford Pontefract Way, and they have a cinema there, and I'll be able to perhaps go to the cinema, which would be nice. Yeah, it's a bit of a treat. I'll be able to take the grandkids out, be able to, you know, get my shopping and not worry about what I can travel with, carry on my scooter as such. Yeah. Downside is I can go to Hobbycraft, I can go to the range, I can go further afield to find diamond painting stuff, go visit my daughter in Castleford, perhaps take her out, and yeah, I can do all, I can have a bit of freedom, a bit of independence again. And I've got to do something before October, because October I've got to get my driving license picture redone. So I was going to go up on today, but of course I had to wait for the Royal Mail. Now the Royal Mail's been, I could still go up to York on the bus with my scooter, but I don't know, and go and get that sorted, which would make sense really, but then I'll need that to order my my mobility, so I best wait until I've done that, and then I can what's it called, yeah, and then I can test drive my new car. So when that's being ordered, then I will get it, or what I might do is I might actually wait until I've got it, and then I can go down to Pontefract, where I know where the post office is and it's easily accessible, and I can then go to that one and get my picture redone. Because my post office in town doesn't offer that facility, sadly. Because I don't particularly want to take in all my, you know, send off all my original documents, because that'd be more chance to have them lost in the post, shall we say. And yes, you can get them whatnot, get compensated, but they only give you stamps, and that isn't going to cut the 15 quid it costs to get a oh no, it's more than that, isn't it, once you've added the postage on top. Say just shy of 20 quid to add to the to get a new birth certificate replaced. Well, oh God, I've got a dirty one there. Over there. Don't want you. Oh, an A. I pulled off an A. An A. That's one of those darker ones. That's that one. There we go. Right. Oh, good golly. Had I 2 A's missing? That's an 8. I'm sure I put it in there. An A is that, no, not the lighter one. It's the darker one, okay? I haven't got one in there. Hey, right. I just hate it. And I'll probably find it now, because it probably went flying off somewhere when I whipped that other one up. I just better throw a few more in the old pot. And we don't want that one. Another slurp of tea. Well, it's a sort of a weird day. It's sort of cloudy. It's bright, no rain, cloudy. And I think after I've done a bit of this, I'm going to go on up. Oh, mind you, I could do it tomorrow. Maybe I'll go on up today, and I will go and get the ball rolling about the car. $18. So we can have an hour, and then when I come back I will do a little bit more of the gathering the drills for my, not Mr. Yay, but for my 4 cross stitch conversions that I would like to do after Mr. Yay. I don't know why I'm single placing, and every time I have that, oh God, every time I say that, I keep thinking of that. I'm a single lady, I'm a single placer, I'm a single placer, I'm a single placer. That song. But well, put some fresh putty in this, and of course it's not, you know, worked its way in, shall we say, to the grooves yet, and I keep missing it, and it's slipping, and it won't let go. Yes, give it another That's the problem with fresh putty. I saw some blue tack. I went into Wilkinson's yesterday to try and find paper clips. I found some, and they'll have to do, because I really wanted the smaller ones, but thinking about it, when I got back, these ones were perhaps a good size. Okay. But I saw some blue tack they had on offer, because they're going into administration, so everywhere's got, you know, administration sales they have. So I thought, oh, should I pick up some and make my own wax? And I was incredibly good. I was so good, I was impressed with myself, because I went, oh, only what, 50p I think it was for the blue tack. It was, you know, it was poor man's Wilko's blue tack, but, or white tack I should say. But I thought, oh, yeah, that'd be good, make me own. And then I reasoned with myself. First time I managed that, and I said, yes, it is only 50p, but the space it'll take up, and will I actually get round to doing it? No, I won't. And I think I've got enough putty already to last me quite a number of years. So don't do it. And I didn't. And I was so impressed that I managed it, because that's my problem. I see in my head and I think, oh yeah, I want to make that, I want to do that, I could sell that and all that kind of stuff. And that's how I justify it in my head. Well, I can use it and then I can sell it, you know, what I don't keep for myself. But that's how I've got into the trouble that I'm already in. Because, you know, I got so many arts and crafts stuff that I was going to do things with, and I never got around to doing it or finishing them. And then if I did, I was left with 110,000 things that I can't get shot of. You know, like I went through my jewellery making stage. I did quite a bit with that, with semi-precious stones, you know, the gemstones or whatever it is, the cheapy, you know, things. And findings, and just, you can't really call it jewellery as such, because it's just, let's just open this loop up and fit that wire in, and let's just add this bead and this charm and close it up, and there we go, we've got a pair of earrings. I had a whole load of felt balls and I had a whole load of findings, and I thought I need to do something with them. And so I decided then to turn them into earrings. So I have a box of about, I don't know how many, 50 or 60 earrings, felt balled earrings. And you just sort of think, And of course I've boxed them all up to make them all nice. And they just sat there. And I did use sterling silver findings, but even those are starting to get tarnished, which I'm not quite sure how they're managing to that, but I suppose anything which gets oxidized, or you know, the air at it, will start to go. So then I think, oh god, I've got to polish them first before I can do anything with them. Because what I tend to do is with over things like that, I would tend to include, say, one of them in with some of my orders. That's how I got shot of a whole load of my little purses, my little anything purses. I put them in with a lot of my orders, and when they were gone, they were gone. And then, you know, work on these and then work on other things. That's the problem. I have too many projects on the go. I can't stop. So what I may have to do is I saw in town actually at the Crafts and Curios, what's it called, cooperative place, and they're doing workshops there. So I think I might go and ask whether they, you know, I could do a workshop because I've got a load of paper craft sheets, and I could do one on a basic, very basic pamphlet stitching bookbinding, because that would be easy. And I could do some on, you know, other things that I've got a lot of items which I can then reuse. Yeah, I used to do a lot of sewing ones, which I might do again. Maybe I'll do it again. And yeah, could do. So that one could be quite good. Yes, so I have to have a think whether my health and nerves can cope with that, because I wouldn't have to stand up, I suppose, all the time, but I can't stand up for too long. And then can I do it all from sitting down, because that's sort of kind of like, you know. So I have to think long and hard about that, and I'm just going to do one thing at a time. So for now I will be sorting out the car, because then once I've got the car, then I can also go to the chiropractors. I know it's added money, but apparently for your first time applying with Motability you get a 750 grant. So that was what my my theory was, because I was going to go for a cheap Motability car, hope I could fit a hoist in it, but there wasn't any guarantee. And then I was going to use the money that was left over from my mobility payment to pay for the petrol each week. But if I get this grant, that can pay for the petrol instead, she says, as long as I don't spend it on diamond painting. And yeah, I mean, it's just a shame that it's like there for 3 years, because I would sooner do it just for a year, just to see how I am, and then add the extra 2 years, you know, if I need to. But we will see. Coming on, isn't it? Got quite a lot of clumped up ones. Don't like it when they clump. Not. Sometimes it's not because they're staticky, and these aren't staticky anymore, so they must be just oily, a bit greasy somehow. Yeah, one of my dreams, I remember it now, from the other day, this was, and it was mental, it really was. I was on top of a cable car, and I was, some people, I'd basically gone in as a spy, and I was found out, and I had to figure out who were the bad guys and who were the good guys, and it was very hard, and I managed it, or so I thought, and there was a few that we thought were the bad guys, but they turned out to be the good guys, and so their cover was amazing. But there was some which were found out. I mean, there were deaths being involved as well. It's really weird, and I had to jump off of a cable car into some trees, and then when the cable car came back up or whatever, I had to jump back onto it. And it was very weird. And then as I got to the top, I was just about to hide in this cubbyhole where I'd hidden before, and And then somebody said, no, come out, you're okay, you know, we've been found out. And I looked out the window, and there was the people who were being found out. And I thought, oh God, so she was on the good side, damn. And he, you know, and I was thinking, damn. And then I thought, why are they letting them go? Because they were letting them get onto this cable car, and they were going to then go down to the mountain. And I thought, why are they doing this? And I thought, they kill anybody who's their traitor. They've killed the other person that was, so why aren't they killing these? And they were allowing them to take a lot of their stuff with them, with some ill-gotten gains or whatever. I don't know what it was, but they were allowed to go down. And so I thought, right. And by that point, I'd managed to sneak out and get on top of the roof. And I told this person that, you know, they'd be getting them to blow up, and we can't have that, because if that goes, then all the proof will go. So I jumped on top of this cable car without them noticing, snuck up, and I found this box on the top, and I opened this box up, and there was the makings of a bomb. And I thought, oh God. And there was a blue wire and a red wire, and it's standard, isn't it? Do you cut the blue wire? Do you cut the red wire? And then my hand just flipped, and one of the wires just detached from it, and I went, oh shit. And I was thinking, here we go, but nothing happened. So I went, it's the blue wire. And so I managed to diffuse it, and then I got down and got them on. I snuck down, and then realised through a lack of chance, basically, I went to go and tell somebody, just be careful, you know. And I found the person who I thought was good, who had said to me, you know, don't hide there, blah blah, they know, and all this kind of stuff, and who I told, saying they guaranteed to have a bomb on it. She was on the bad team, and so she was saying to them that I had diffused the bomb, or was going to diffuse the bomb. So they sent another person up, and then of course they knew of my existence, and it was like, oh shit. So I was then in even more trouble, and I had to go and defuse the bomb a second time before everybody realised, you know, before the good guys realised that they were being forced onto a cable car which was going to have a bomb and blow them into smithereens, and before the bad people, you know, realised where I was and could, you know, basically do away with me, because, you know, I had no qualms that I was going to be shot. And God, you're feeling it all as you're doing this, and you're feeling the adrenaline pump into you. You're feeling the exhaustion. You're feeling the everything, and your brain is working 3 million to the dozen, trying to figure out what you're supposed to do next, what you're to do. And then I spent ages trying to find a knife, because I thought that's how I protect myself. And as I was in this kitchen area, I just reached for a knife, and it was a jaggedy one, and it was sort of an oldish one, because I thought that one wouldn't be so missed as much. And somebody came into the kitchen who recognised me as for being one of the good guys, I suppose, and but they were the bad guys, and so they said, kitchen. And before I know it, I was fighting, and I have to say, I did stab a few people with this bluntish sort of jaggedy edged knife. I don't think I killed them, I just sort of maimed them a bit. But then of course you have the emotions. Even though it's a dream, you still have the emotions of, oh my God, what have I done? And I mean, come on, it was stupid really to think that, because in effect I was a spy. I was a special agent or whatever it was, so I should have been used to that at that point. So, but it was like some part of my real life seeped through, and it was like, ooh. And then I escaped out through a window, just jumped out of it and hoped. And luckily I was caught by one of our good guys who had come in as well. He was a new one who just managed to sneak up, and I knew him, and told him that, you know, what was going on, because I knew I could trust him. And he basically said, we've got to get you out. I said, no, we can't get me out. We've got to get the rest, out safely, because what they've got hidden in their bag, and they don't realise it, was I had snuck in something. One of them, I'd snuck in a couple of papers that people would, that I knew that they wouldn't understand them, but I knew that the good guys down at the bottom needed those. So that's the reason why, because I couldn't just go through the bags, because I'd really hidden them. So I had to, you know, get them down the mountain, all of them, with their bags. So then, you know, they were saved, and the paperwork was, oh, I mean, God, it was intense. A tense dream, wasn't it? And yeah, and then it was crazy. It was really, I was just like thinking, okay, right. So I was just about to, I think I said, I sent him up to check that the bomb thing was all clear, and then it was so gutting, because I'd sent him up and I was just asking him what could he see while he was up there as well, you know, what were the others doing, you know, because it was a great vantage point. And before he could speak, I woke up, and I was so gutted. It was like, yeah, half of me was like, phew, that was strong, that was heavy duty. And then the next minute it was like, oh shit, what happened? What could he see? Did we make it in the end? Did what? So I don't know. And it's those kind of dreams that you think, flipping heck, what is this all about? And stuff, yeah. Very strange. I must admit, when I get dreams, I do get dreams. I think my favourite one is when I'm floating, flying, basically. Not on anything. I'm just me and my body, you know, just going up in the air and floating and flying everywhere. I remember the first dream I had with that, and I was in this sort of big room, and I was just managing to go up a bit and hover, and that was weird. And I just hovered for a while, and then I just practiced hovering, and then in the next dream I managed to hover a little bit more. I had my fear of heights that I was also trying to cope with, and you know, I did a little bit more hovering, got a little bit higher, and then I was in a scene where I was like in some waterworks, sewerage works type place. Very weird. Oh look, there's that place. And yes, so I was in this place, and I was having to get higher and jump over, sort of hover over and fly over these bigger gaps, and I didn't want to land in the proverbial, as they say. So yeah, so I had to practice even more to do it. So in each of my dreams, up to a certain point, it was like I was practicing. And then I was on one which I stuck in that one for quite a long time, and I was going along this sort of wall. There was a little path with a big drop down the side, and the other side was buildings, and it was like old style buildings. It was so strange. It was, you know, it was like you were on a film set of, like, not quite The Hobbit, but something along those lines. I mean, they were normal people, so more like on the lines of, I don't know, King Arthur style, you know, people, but intermixed with normal people with you know, modern clothes and all that kind of stuff. So it was very weird, and I was having to get past a lot of them because I was being chased, and I had to get past and hide. And so I would hover up high, and then I'd go in a window, and then I would you know, float back down to land, and people were like, they saw me and they were like, you know, what is she doing, kind of thing. And it was the ones that sort of weren't amazed by it, you know, I mean, the thought of seeing somebody just flying in through the window, you know, and the ones who were sort of like, weren't amazed by it at all. They were the ones I had to be careful with, because they were the ones that could stop me. And so I would do that. I'd fly in and out of the windows, and I found it fascinating and laughing. I was like, wow, I've got this. And then I noticed the drops that I had to jump first, because basically I'd have to jump off, and then I could hover for the next one. And that was the one where, you know, before I was like hovering and flying, going up and down, working that one, and then going along. And in each one it was like a training session. It's really weird. And then this one I had to jump first and then fly, you know, and hover. And I was, of course, thinking, oh, I'm not going to do it. This is going to be the one time where I'm not there yet, and I'm just going to fall and, you know, really hurt myself, or that's going to be that. And so I jumped, and I did manage to fly. And by that point then it was like, wow, and I could fly higher and higher. And then that one where there was cars and boats, I was in a car park. I can't remember much of it now. I might have shared it with you at one point, but it's that one, and that was learning it more. And now I can like fly along quite at a speed and turn around and all this kind of stuff, and that's quite cool. But each dream along the ways was me learning to basically fly. It was so weird. I don't know what that's all about, but yeah, it gave me a bit more of a confidence. Who knows? Maybe they call it, maybe it's part of that like astral planing they say. I don't know, but yeah. It's good. So my dream last night, you know, who knows whether that was actually just a dream, or actually whether I was actually doing it for real. Who knows? But well, so now I think clearly about my dreams, because there's always something more to them than meets the eye. But God, yeah, weird. I don't want that one. That's too lighter one. Yep. So I shall finish this bit up, I think, this bit of this colour, and then I will go up to the dealership. Oh my God, it's so exciting. It's scary as well, because at the moment I get that extra bit of cash, you know, my bank account, which means then that because I've got that extra bit of cash, I haven't got used to it, having it yet. So it's, you know, every time it comes through, it's a treat. It's like, wow, you know, it's extra. So then I know I can pay my bills. You know, I've got enough to pay the bills and the debts, no problem. Whereas, of course, once I've ordered the car, got the car sorted, I won't have that much extra. It'll just go back to normal, basically, to before I had it. And so I'll have to be a little bit more careful again. But we will see. At least with the mobility car, I wouldn't have to pay for the insurance, and I won't have to pay for servicing. Yeah, I'll have an excess if anything does happen to it, but I'd have had that anyway if I bought a second-hand car, and I get my tax paid for me. So and I can have up to 3 named drivers on it. So, you know, I'll have my son down on it. And then I can I did miss driving, and I was gutted because I basically let my son have my old car, because he didn't have a car. He always swore he'd never drive my car, he'd never use my car because it'd been a, what was it? It was a Renault Scenic Megane's Expression. But I mean, I don't know that car. That car got me through lots of things. I mean, it was so old and it had so many miles on it, and yet it still went. And yeah, I'd have to take it to, I took it to the man in Kosovo to get dealt with, repaired and all that kind of stuff. It was cheap, and you know, he always got it through the MOT, and everybody was surprised that it was still going. You know, whenever I took it back next time, I said, God, it's still going. I say, oh yeah, you done a good job on it, and stuff. So he was but I didn't have enough money one time, and to get it through its MOT, it needed 140 quid, and I just didn't have 140 quid. He did. And so I said, well, I'll let you use it. I'll let you have it. We'll change the deeds over so you've got it, and you know that you can do it that way. And but then when you go to get rid of it, you let me have it back. And he said yes. And then I found out, I don't know what he did with it, but when he got a new car, I asked, well, where's the other one? Where's my old car? He goes, he got rid of it. I'm like, what? You were supposed to give that back to me. And yeah, so there we go. And I was such a shame because I really liked that car in the end. You know, we had history. It knew me, and it knew how I drove, and I'm sure the engine and all the clutch and everything else sort of you know, adapted to how I drove it, like the Homer Simpson groove, you know. And then it's gone. I felt like I lost a friend. But well, it's starting to look a bit grey outside, which makes me not want to go outside. Why, Delilah? Oh, have I got them in here? What was it? 9? No. 939 and 958. 779. Oh my, hold on. No. I've got a 779 in here. They're not very should we say they're not Diamond Art Club drills. Those ones are budget drills, because that's for my Modal Zushi one. I just hate it when the putty just sort of sinks in one area. Where the rest of that putty could have gone. Can't have all compressed because it was overflowing. It's more like it. Oh, where did that bounce off to? Down there. Yes. a little nervous about going there and doing it. But I know once I get in the car, I've driven cars before, so I'm pretty certain it will be okay. I'll just have to have a little bit of time just sort of getting my confidence up. That's what it is. It's just my confidence. You know, I know all the basics. I know all how to drive, the rudiments of driving. Yeah, I just wish there was a cheaper one which would fit a hoist in, so I can fit my... Let me jig him. But well. See, I was half thinking at one point of using my back pay, which... my backdated payment, which is basically... I've got some left, but not as much as I used to have. Get a cheap car myself, but then yeah, I could get the tax done, but then I'd still have to pay the insurance and yeah, and I don't really want to have to do that, because nothing worse than shopping around for right insurance, car insurance lot. But yeah. Oh, am I nearly done? My neck's starting to play up. I can't wait for my physio appointment on the 1st. Oh, so what is everybody up to? I've seriously got to get back into doing the diamond painting. Because I've been so tired, I've just been staying in bed of a morning, you know, until 10, 11, perhaps dozing off in between. I was waiting for the postman to come to collect a parcel, so I had to get up. I didn't want to shock him. And yeah. But it's I'm trying to get enough videos up for to be back on track for one a day, because I have been a bit slacking recently, and yeah, mainly due to tiredness, and I'm caught up. Oh dear. This is looking good. You know, half of me kept thinking, oh, I want to start another one, but I've got too many already started that I really do need to finish. So And actually, it's strange, but now I've put the cover sheets on this one, I've probably got about 3 rows, 1, 2, 3 rows left, you know, fairly big rows, not that size rows, but that size rows. But this is one of my thicker sheets, and that's one of the thinner sheets, as you can tell, because it curls up. But put my heavy scissors on that, keep that weighted down in the breeze. Oh, go away. Oh, can't wait. People have been getting their Diamond Art Studio paintings arriving, and I'm like, oh, I so want mine. 4 of them in the August release, and then 1 in the September release, if I remember rightly, because out of the Fairy House one, which is the September release. But, oh my god. Seraphina. What else? Fantasia. Outside the Sweet Shop and Walking in the Rain. Oh my word. I saw Claire from Crafting Nerd, Diamond Painting Nerd even, who unboxed her one, and oh my god, just the sound of it, you know, the canvas, and you just sort of think, ooh, can't wait. Maybe there should be a outside the Sweet Shop event. Oh dear, I need some more out here. Oh dear, nearly finished. And then half me thinks, should I just do the takes? There's only a few of them, and then some of the 8s, because there's only a few of them. You know how it is. Chase the symbol. But I've got to go and do what I need to go and do, and then I can always come back and continue, which is what I probably will do. No, I've got to do that other video. Well, I suppose I could do another continuation of Wip and Chat, couldn't I? But there again, I don't know what I'm going to say, because I've said it all. That's the problem, having something to talk about. I don't lead a very exciting life, a glamorous life as it is, you know, being me, just me and the cat, cat lady. I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I keep hearing that song. Don't drink, don't smoke, what do you do? Sudden innuendos follow, must be something. Something like that. Adam and the Ants. There we go. I've done it. I've done that. Right, so I can pack this away. And then we're bang on nearly an hour. Yes, there's an hour. Bang on. So I will take this time to say love you and leave you. And I thank you for joining me and spending a little bit of time with me. And hopefully you were diamond painting along and you've got some things done. And I'll see you in the next one. So until then, please like, comment and subscribe and share. And on to the next one. Bye.